How can someone earn more money every year, live in a comfortable home, drive a good car, and still feel like they are getting nowhere financially? The answer begins with a simple distinction. Earning money is not the same as building wealth. Income measures what flows into your life. Wealth measures what remains, what you own, and what can continue producing value for you.
Imagine your income as money flowing into a funnel. The important question is not how much enters, but how much survives the journey. If every dollar disappears as quickly as it arrives, a higher income can simply create a more expensive version of the same financial struggle.
This is one of the most common reasons people earn more but do not become wealthier. Their lifestyle rises with their income.
A bigger paycheck creates more room for bigger housing, better cars, more travel, more subscriptions, and more expensive habits. And the dangerous part is that lifestyle inflation rarely feels dramatic.
A few extra dollars here and there can become thousands of dollars every year when repeated continuously. That leads to the first rule of wealth. The gap between what you earn and what you spend matters enormously.
Your income has only a few possible destinations: consumption, savings, debt repayment, or productive assets. Building wealth means intentionally directing enough of your income away from immediate consumption and toward your future.
Two people can earn exactly the same amount and still create completely different financial futures.
The difference is not necessarily intelligence, luck, or even income. Often, it is what they did with the money after receiving it.
The second major problem is consumer debt. Debt allows you to consume today by borrowing from tomorrow.
When the interest is high, a larger and larger portion of your future income becomes committed before you even receive it.
This is why expensive debt can compound against you in exactly the same way that investments can compound for you. Compounding is neutral. It does not care whether it is working for you or against you.
The wealthy side of compounding comes from owning assets. The dangerous side comes from carrying expensive liabilities.
So what exactly counts as an asset?
An asset is something that has the potential to hold value or generate economic benefits for you. Not everything expensive is an asset, and not everything that makes you feel richer actually makes you wealthier. A strong financial system begins by giving your money a purpose before you spend it. First, build enough emergency savings to handle unexpected events without forcing you into expensive debt. An emergency fund does not make you rich. It protects the wealth-building process from being interrupted.
Once the foundation is stable, the next stage is investing consistently.
Investing allows your money to participate in the growth of productive assets instead of remaining completely dependent on your labor.
And this is where compounding becomes powerful.
The early years can look unimpressive, but the later years can become dramatically more powerful.
This is why time can sometimes matter more than starting with a large amount of capital.
You do not need to predict every market movement to build long-term wealth. You need a financial strategy that can survive volatility without forcing you to make emotional decisions.
The market can change every minute. Your long-term financial plan does not need to. Diversification can reduce the damage caused by relying too heavily on a single investment.
Because building wealth is not simply about chasing the highest possible return. It is also about avoiding risks that can permanently destroy your capital. Now let us return to the original question. If you earn more money, why might you still remain financially stuck?
Because earning more only changes your potential. Your decisions determine whether that potential becomes wealth. One powerful strategy is to let your lifestyle rise more slowly than your income.
If your income rises by 20% and your spending rises by 20%, your financial position may barely change. But if you capture a meaningful portion of every raise and convert it into productive assets, your wealth-building engine becomes stronger over time. Eventually, the goal is to build an engine where your labor creates income, your income buys assets, and your assets begin generating additional income. That is the transition from simply earning money to actually building wealth. And the difference becomes especially powerful when you stop measuring success by what you can buy and start measuring it by what you can own.
A wealthy appearance and a strong financial position are not the same thing.
You can look rich without being wealthy, and you can build substantial wealth without constantly displaying it.
So when you evaluate your financial progress, look beyond your paycheck.
Look at your net worth, your savings rate, your debt, your assets, and the amount of income your assets can potentially generate.
If you want a simple framework, think about wealth in 5 stages: earn, control, protect, invest, and compound.
First, earn more by improving your skills, career, business, or other productive sources of income.
Second, control your spending so that higher income actually creates a larger financial surplus.
Third, protect that surplus with emergency savings, appropriate risk management, and disciplined debt control.
Fourth, invest consistently in assets that match your goals, time horizon, and ability to handle risk.
And finally, give the system time to compound.
That is how income can eventually become capital. Capital can become assets, and assets can become financial freedom.
So the next time your income increases, do not ask only, "What can I afford now?" Ask the more important question, "How much of this can I turn into wealth?" Because earning more money can change your lifestyle. But learning how to keep it, invest it, and let it compound can change your financial future.